girls, my babies. You guys know me. Some of you know me. You're gonna get to know me a little bit in this short 10 minutes. I'm gonna break it down to 10 minutes. Oh my God. So I want to start with this. I'm going to start with 3 questions for you. The first one, sis, why are you here, really? Why are you here?
You want me to answer that?
You ain't got to.
Oh, okay.
I want you to think about it. And when I say here, I don't mean here at this lovely venue. I mean here on this earth. Really. Second question. When you walk into a room, what shows up with you? Now this baby right here walked in with these boots. I said, oh, something walked in with her. Something walked in with her. But you, when you show up at a room, what shows up with you? Think about it. And then question number 3. How do you excavate the asset? How do you excavate the asset? I'll break it down for you in a minute. But those are the 3 points that I'm gonna dive into in this short time with you. So this is a vision board party, and around this year there's always talk about purpose, right? There's always talk about purpose. And what I want to kind of lean in on with that, I want to give you my definition of purpose. And it's not an original one for me, but it's one that I kind of gravitate to. For me, purpose is the reason for the creation of a thing. Some of you probably, have you all heard that definition before? The reason for the creation of a thing. And so when I think about that, I'm a logical person. So my background is science, my background is, I'll tell you about that a little bit. But if I want to know the purpose of a thing, Dr. Miles Monroe says, ask the creator of that thing, right? Mm-hmm. It's real simple. We kind of get lost in the external, what everybody else is doing. But today, my goal is to kind of bring you into clarity just a little bit. Because what I want you to know, first and foremost, is the answer is in you. Mm-hmm. It's in you. And we spend so much time looking on the outside for the answer, why we're here, what we're here for, who are we? But it's all built in right there. So one thing you may also kind of derive, I am a woman of God. I miss my church service for my babies. Y'all know I love them then, right? Yes. So I lean into him. I started this journey on clarity maybe 5 years ago. Incidentally, I just celebrated my 56th birthday a couple of days ago. So only 5 years, I really dived into, okay, what is this all about? And I'm telling you, what I learned was simply amazing. Mm-hmm. And it's something all of you all are carrying with you right now. So my job is just to kind of shake that up a little bit. As we dive into all these beautiful goals and first quarter steps and action steps. We're going to get into that. But first things first, I'm going to hone in on you. So I asked the question, what walks into the room when you walk in? You want to answer that?
Sure.
Oh, I love participation.
What I think about walks in the room when I walk in is joy, love, just like brightness, like light. You know, I've always been told, like, you know, you just carry this light, and for the longest I never really seen that within myself, but once I started to figure out who I was, like, I started walking in that, so that's what walks in the room with me.
And I can tell about this bright color. Anybody else? What walks into the room when you walk? Because you have to stand up and yell it, because I can't walk way down there. Peace. Peace, she said. Yes. How long did it take you to learn that? Have you always known that? Now. You was today years old.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing. Anybody else? What walks in?
Surety.
Say it again, Mama.
Surety.
Ooh. Yes. Yeah. Good. Now, this is the other question I want to ask. who has no idea what walks in when you walk in? And be honest with it. Be honest. Child, I don't know. I don't know. And it's okay. It's okay. But it's not going to stay that way. It's not going to stay that way. Another definition for purpose I like to lean in on is purpose is an answer to a problem. An answer to a problem. Again, going back to my first statement, the Creator created you for a reason, right? He created us for a purpose. And I believe part of that purpose is to answer a problem. And sometimes we don't know what that is, but a clue to that could be what bothers you. One of my mentors calls it a unique agitation. Something could be going on in the world or in the room or in your house, and you walk in, somebody else I walk in, you walk in. That thing bother you, but honey, it don't bother me. I can go sit down and take a nap. It's a unique agitation. That's a hint for you of your purpose. That's a hint for you of what you are here to answer. What problem are you here to answer? And another hint is that the way that you are designed will give you a clue to that, right? You don't see the clarity isn't that difficult when you really sit down with it for a minute and really think about it. Because my God, I think He's clever enough not to make it too difficult for us.
Yeah.
He wants us to know why we're here.
Yeah.
He wants us to be about doing what He called us to do, right? I had a client, and some of you may be in this boat. You can do so much, girl. You can do everything. Right? You are so talented, you're so gifted. You just, so how does all this fit? What is all this for? How can I use that? I have a mosaic background. I'm an educator, a microbiologist, I'm an author, I'm a mother, I'm a grant consultant. I do a whole lot of stuff. But one thing that I did learn was that although those things seem to be kind of, separated and separate, all of them came together to help me fulfill what I was actually here to do. One of my clients, I asked, she was really puzzled by this, and she said, I don't know. I feel like I'm all over the place. You talk about clarity, I'm all over the place. And this is what I told her. I said, consider the bird. I said, I told you I'm a woman of God. I'll be preaching this. So come on in here. I said, consider the hummingbird. So the hummingbird can flap her wings 200 times a second. And it almost, if you look at it, it seems like she doesn't have wings because they're going so fast. She can fly backwards. She's the only bird that can fly in a figure 8 pattern. And so if you look at the hummingbird, the reason she can do all of that is because of how she is designed, how her bones and her wings are designed. That's why she can do all that. So that hummingbird doesn't even have to say, okay, how can I fly backwards? She doesn't have to try to figure that out. She can do all that though because of how she's made. You guys get the distinction? Because of how she's made. You have a unique design. Your strengths are your pillars, right? They keep you going. Your values, they guide you the way you think. So none of this is unintentional. None of it is happenstance. The way that you're made gives you a clue, an indication as to what you can do. It's your unique design for your unique purpose. So here's the problem though. How do we figure that out? How do we figure that out? That's where the work comes in. That's the excavation of the asset. The asset is you, by the way. You guys caught that, right? The asset is you. It's not out there. Okay, sure coaches can help. Sure books can help. I wrote books. I have books over there. But when you can sit still and really commune with you and figure out, okay, what are those strengths? Why am I made like this? What do I like? Sit down and actually do that. Excavate, dig that up. Now you got something. Now you on purpose. Now you have clarity, right? But sometimes it does take somebody helping you walk through it. I gave you a little bit of my background. One of the other things that I do, I am a clarity coach. I do have actually some of my clients are here with me today. And I actually take people through a 6 weeks program where we actually dig that up, right? And we come out on the end, on the other side, with a clear idea of who I am. Why am I here? What can I do? And also, what do I need? See, that's the big one right there. That's the big one right there. What do I need? Now, that's when you get vulnerable. That's when you get authentic. That's when you get ugly. Yeah? Because that, you have to figure that out. But once you got it, then you are the asset. Now, you, that purpose, whatever it is, and you can do that. Right? But it may take you some time to kind of walk through that, but you can do it. So, I told you I wasn't going to be before you long. So, when I walk into the room, though, I want to answer this question. I'll wrap up here. When I walk into the room, what walks in? I am water. I get emotional, like my baby, when I get on this part, because I didn't always know that. I'm always one who had a lot of strengths, had a lot of talents, had a lot of, everything came easy, right? But what was all that for? What was all that for? And what God told me was that everything that you've gone through, everything that I've taught you, every skill that you've made, that you've learned, every degree that you've earned, I will use that, and I will use the overflow of that to pour into people that you encounter. Yeah. Right? So when I say I am water, my sole purpose is to replenish, rekindle, refresh what's already in there, what's already in you. I told you, the asset, baby girl. You, right. Dig that thing up, and I water it. And how do I water it? Everything that I do, my coaching, my consulting, my books, I water. Even when I come out here and just talk, that's watering. And that's something that I know. So when I walk in, that's what walks in with me. So I'm going to ask you this last question. What shows up when you enter? The world is waiting on that answer. That's what the world is waiting for. What shows up? So, walk through the lessons, walk through the challenges that we have here. But this year, this quarter, I want you to excavate the asset that is you. And let's go.